Okay, there's one thing in the Hunter x Hunter community that's kind of confused me forever, and I don't know if I'm insane or if I'm crazy, and I don't know the moral obligations of birth parenthood, but people really love to call Jing from Hunter x Hunter a deadbeat dad, and it's very funny. It's very funny, but I think it's just that I've never seen before the scenario where a person says, I don't want to be a father, I'd be bad at being a father, I can't raise a child, and then they give it to another person and they entrust that person who they know will care for and raise that child with the full obligations of parenthood for the rest of their lives. And they give it away in that case and then say, okay, raise this kid. And then that father being called a deadbeat dad. I guess I've just grown up with media depictions where the concept of adoption is just good and cool, and specifically the idea that if you cannot give your child the best shot that it needs and cannot provide the full capacity of parenthood, even if it's based on your personality or your lifestyle or the life that you live, it is a good thing to give up your child for adoption, I think. And that's at least that's what I've seen in things usually. I think about 90% of my foundational knowledge of this is based on Once Upon a Time, giving your kid your best shot. So it just seems like that's what Jing did, right? It just seems like the definition of deadbeat father is supposed to imply that a person is not fulfilling obligations that they are responsible for fulfilling. But the whole purpose of giving up your child to be raised by someone else is that you believe you cannot fulfill those responsibilities, and thus you are passing them on to another person. So the labeling just doesn't feel right, in the sense that it seems to imply that there's some moral failing to giving your kid up to be raised by someone who can definitely raise them better. In this case, which is definitely true, I am 100% certain that this was the best choice for God. So thank you for that, Jing. A statement I do agree with is that Jing isn't a deadbeat dad because he isn't a dad, because he's a birth father or a sperm donor, as they say. I don't think he's wrong for not raising God. I think he's wrong for being a bitch about it. If you want to go no contact with the kid that you give up, go no contact. If you want to meet me because you're curious about me, you must solve my 10 riddles. Prove your strength to me, child. No! Don't do that! The proper procedure is let's meet once and I'll answer your questions, not hunt me across the world. What a fucking asshole.